We're still near the start of the walk here, but it's already coming back to me how steep this walk used to be. There was another path that went that way, took you over the river. Good morning, it's me, your old pal Karl Welshman, and it's Saturday morning. We got a bit of sunshine, and I've decided I'm gonna go on a little adventure. It's only just coming up to 7 o'clock. I'm gonna go on a little adventure up the back of Belfast Zoo to get to the top of Cavehill, which might be a little bit trickier than the usual way that I've been going up there, but there's only one way to find out. Why don't you come along with me? Well, there it is up in the distance behind the houses. That's where I'm heading on foot right now. I've missed the sunrise, but that's okay. I didn't have the best sleep last night, so woke up about 3 times, heart racing for some reason. I think it's because I had a full fat cup of tea at about 5:30, so, but yeah, look, that's where we're heading, guys. Usually I'd get a bus, which would essentially take us not too far from Belfast Castle and then walk up from there. But I've got quite a walk here before I even get to the bottom of the hill that takes us up to the top of Cavehill. Yeah, I'm sure I look like a nutter, guys. I've got this Friday the 13th hoodie on. And then those walking trousers. Look at that. Look at that sunshine. So we're nearly at the start of our adventure. We've got to walk up past the zoo, and to get to the zoo you've got a bit of a hill as well. So let's get there. The zoo. We used to bring the girls here when they were little. Great memories. It's not a bad little zoo, actually. The only thing is that it's all on a hill. So a common complaint that you'll hear echoing across the zoo from children's little mouths is that their legs are tired. I haven't been up to the zoo for quite a while, but if my memory serves me right, I think the good stuff's about halfway up, you know, like the lions and all that. Down the bottom they got a farm section, which is pretty cool, but it's pigs and cows, you know, and living in Northern Ireland you see those sorts of things pretty much, well, in bottom of every street really there's a pig and a cow. That's beautiful. I have missed the sunrise, like I said earlier on, but I still think it's going to look great. I don't know what to expect. There's a path behind the zoo that used to be quite scenic and was made for the public. And then there was a landslide, really bad storm, maybe 10, 12 years ago, maybe longer, I don't know. And I thought it was completely closed off, but when I've been on the walk, I've heard a couple of people talking about how they went up there that way, and then when I went on my own little adventure a couple of Saturdays ago, I bumped into a woman who'd came up from behind the zoo, so I thought we'd give it a go. There's Belfast Zoo. It's got a sign saying welcome to Cavehill Country Park and all that, so must be alright then. Maybe they fixed it. Last time I came up here it was just so goddamn muddy. One of the best purchases I've made for going on these walks is a pair of walking boots. I know that sounds ridiculous, but just for the amount of mud and things that you're gonna likely encounter in places like Northern Ireland when you're going for a little wander, it's good to have a pair of shoes which are pretty much designed just to be stepping into said mud. Geez, the last time I came here, it was, this was just a mud pit. That's nice. Must be a cool spot for the kids to hang out. Yeah. I remember one day, and it was just before the landslide had happened, I'd actually put I think it was just my oldest daughter at the time, into a pram. And I had pushed her all the way up here with the intentions of going to the top of Cavehill with her in a pram. God knows what I was thinking, guys. I have no clue what the hell I was thinking. Well, here we go. We're still near the start of the walk here, but it's already coming back to me how steep this walk used to be. There was another path that went that way, took you over the river, but there's a sign there saying that the path's been closed off. I think for today we'll just stick to the paths that I know do exist, and then maybe we'll come up here again and have a look at some of these ones where it says danger landslides. One of the guys, or the guy that set up the Cavehill men's walking group, comes up here in his spare time and picks the litter, because for some reason idiots feel it's okay to just randomly throw their litter onto the ground in a beautiful forest like this. Whoa, nearly tripped over. God, I'm already knackered. You know what it is, right? I literally woke up, got out of bed, went downstairs, put the kettle on, had a bowl of cereal, put the tea into a disgusting cup, one of these travel cups, and I've come up here. I mean, why put a Lucozade bottle in there? I need to ask Oren about where we can get bags, or I'll arrange to come out and do a bit of litter picking myself. Whew. Whew. That's cool. So a couple of days after my second daughter was born, my other daughter, my oldest, she would have been 4 or 5 years old at that point. And it was really important to me that my girls know that they're both special, and yeah, you know, you have this thing, parents, I love my children equally and do everything together, but I still think it's super important to do things individually with your little ones, to have that one-on-one time. So I actually walked my oldest daughter all the way up here, up to the top of Cavehill, up this path in fact, and it was one of my favourite memories actually. We took our time, we took an entire day to do it, stopping every little bench or every little thing that we could. We bought little sausage rolls. You can still see her little yellow t-shirt as we come up here. Yeah. So Cavehill, it's got a lot of special memories for me. A lot. I remember when my first week of moving to Belfast, and I had to live with my in-laws, my father-in-law and my mother-in-law. And I'd been used to, at that point, me and my then girlfriend, but now wife, I was used to us having just our own space, you know. And I felt so claustrophobic. And the only escape I knew of was Cavehill. It was one of the first places we came to when I visited Belfast for my very first time. So I would say to my wife, or girlfriend, let's just go to Cavehill. Because I knew it would be exercise, time away, beautiful views. Just that escape. This is where walking boots are handy, guys, because a lot of mud. Can you imagine? I was trying to push a pushchair at one point through this. When I came up here with my oldest daughter that time, I think it was about April. Yeah, it would have been April time, because that's I was not April. What am I on about? August. God, my wife watches this. She'll be like, Carl, what the actual hell? Yeah, it was August, because that's when my youngest was born. And we do get freak spates of summer in Northern Ireland, and so this would have been bone dry, wouldn't have needed walking boots. Getting high now, guys. You can't really see much. God, very sweaty. I got jogging suit trousers on under these waterproof trousers. Now that I'm doing these walks, I need to have a look at what's the best sort of trousers to wear for walks. Tomorrow we're going up the Moor Mountains. Apparently it's not a difficult walk in regards to inclination and things, but it's still going to be quite a long walk. I'm going to wear my joggers, but I guess there's a more breathable trouser out there that I could wear. I'll probably get ribbed. Like, oh, look at the new boy in his joggers. Get him off. And I'll be like, okay. And then they'll be like, why are you taking your trousers off? We're joking. I'm like, I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Oh. This is awesome. It's windy track. It's supposed to get cloudy later, which is the other reason I immediately propelled myself out of the house this morning. Where are we to? Oh. Look at that. We still got a distance to go, guys. That's our destination up there. I can see the path there. Some people coming down. That's, I think, the path that I usually end up on when I walk up with the Cavehill men's group. That's amazing. Heart's going like the clappers. Good to be alive, guys. And now we're on the usual path. I don't know whether I'm going to go back the way I came, or if I'm going to go back down the path I would normally go down at the end of the walk with the guys. That takes me down to the castle and Antrim Road. I don't know. I did enjoy this walk up here, and going back will be much easier because it's all downhill. I've got to capture this. This is my new favourite part of the walk. You come up this really killer, deceptively steep slope, and then you come over to the top. And that's what you see. So good. It's amazing. Right, let's get to the top there and have our banana. Your other reward after all of that steep walking is this lovely flat bit. You know, you're walking along and you can just take all of that in. It's so worth it. I mean, you just feel great anyway. I'm not sure whether the air quality is that great up here. Mind you're probably breathing in Belfast. But still, better than sitting in the house scratching your balls or your flaps. But this is cool. This means I can just literally walk from my house. I mean, it's a trek, guys. It'd be interesting to see how many steps I've done, but I think I will go back on myself. I'm going to go back the zoo way if I remember how to do it backwards, because we all know my bearings are pretty shite. We got it to ourselves, guys. Look at this. I know I keep saying it. It's ridiculous, really, because you've got no choice. You can only look at what I'm showing you, but it's incredible. Oh. Yeah, it's been a tough week, guys. Tough week. Wednesday was pretty awful. Yeah. Kind of mentioned it before. It's like your counselling sort of suits the moment at hand and perhaps some of the things that you want to reflect on. And this sort of advice and tools and things that they give you to take away with you certainly can help future situations which are similar to whatever it is that you're reflecting on or going through at that moment in time. But life's not that simple, is it? It's unpredictable, and you know, you can't always function properly if you're running on fumes, essentially, when you're exhausted, and you just sort of lash out, and that tends to affect those that you care about most, you know. So yeah, Wednesday was not great, which is why then on Thursday we literally got in the car on Thursday morning and just drove. Went to Ballycastle, stayed there, and then yesterday we just drove all day. My wife drove all the way up the coast to Port Stewart and a few other places. So good. Nice. So it took me 51 minutes exactly to get up here. There are a few little little friends up here now. But that's alright. I think this is supposed to be the best of the weather, so I'm glad I come up here now. I'm gonna walk back, head back to the house, and start my day. Oh, just had my banana, it was delicious. Got a little bit battered and I've had to squeeze it in. Squeeze the skin into my bag. I'm gonna put some music on heading back here. Put some chilled music on, I think. It's amazing.